Romance plus fantasy plus ridiculously overpowered main characters? Yes, please. Today we're diving into the magical chaos of anime where love meets absurd strength, and sometimes the villains don't even stand a chance. Let's break it down. Kicking off with number 10, an observation log of my fiancée who calls herself a villainess. Cecil's that guy who doesn't feel emotions. You know, the anime version of a stoic cool boy. Then along comes Tia, his fiancée, declaring she's the reincarnated villainess of some otome game. Normally, that's red flag territory, but Tia's predictions actually come true. Suddenly, Cecil isn't just rolling his eyes anymore, he's taking notes. It's hilarious watching him go from, "this girl is nuts," to, "okay, maybe she's a prophet." The romance here hits differently, because instead of the usual damsel in distress, we've got a wild, genre-savvy heroine flipping the script. Plus, Cecil's OP status makes it fun seeing him protect her while secretly getting whipped. Sliding to number 9, the Holy Grail of Eris. Ah yes, the anime where a spirit possessing you isn't terrifying. It's basically free gossip and dating advice. Constance gets tangled up with Scarlet, a supposedly villainous noblewoman's spirit. Instead of horror, what we get is political drama, romance, and a whole lot of, "oh my gosh, these nobles are shady." The best part? Our protagonist isn't some weak bystander. She's clever, determined, and grows into an OP force who can handle the high-stakes court games. And Scarlet? She's like that snarky best friend in your head roasting everyone around you. The chemistry between them is peak entertainment. And honestly, the romance feels extra satisfying because it blossoms in the middle of a battlefield of schemes. Landing on number 8, the Otherworld's books depend on the bean counter. I swear, only anime could make accounting look like an extreme sport. Our boy Seiichiro gets isekai'd into a world of magic and monsters, but instead of being a knight or mage, he's an overpowered bean counter. Yes, the OP skill here is math. And somehow, he uses spreadsheets to outmaneuver corrupt nobles and save kingdoms. Meanwhile, romance sneaks in when he starts catching the eye of Captain Aresh, the cool knight who clearly thinks Seiichiro is more than just numbers. It's like office romance meets fantasy RPG, and it works way better than it should. Watching an accountant save the world and win hearts? This man is basically proving Excel can be OP. Looking at number 7, the villainess is adored by the prince of the neighbor kingdom. Talk about life goals. You're branded a villainess, exiled, and instead of crying in a corner, you get scooped up by a prince from another country who actually treats you right. Move over, Cinderella. This is the real glow-up story. The romance is sweet but not tooth-rotting, because the heroine is no pushover. She's smart, she's driven, and she makes you root for her even when society's out to get her. The prince himself? OP in both combat and charisma, because apparently one kingdom wasn't enough. He had to conquer her heart too. The anime blends political intrigue with fluff so well, you'll be shipping them hard by episode 2. At number 6, there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her sometimes. OP doesn't mean flashy magic. Sometimes it means being so emotionally resilient that you can confess your feelings in the middle of a dangerous quest. Red, the former hero, ditches the battlefield and starts a quiet life running an apothecary. Then there's Rit, the adorable warrior princess who's been crushing on him forever. The romance here is refreshingly wholesome, with Red's OP survival skills and Rit's unstoppable affection creating the perfect mix. It's like if Sword Art Online had a chill slice-of-life spin-off where the OP protagonist just wants to cuddle and sell herbs instead of fight world-ending bosses. Honestly, we need more power couples like this. Coming in at number 5, The Barbarian's Bride. This one? It's a roller coaster of culture shock, romance, and raw strength. A delicate princess suddenly finds herself married to a massive barbarian chief who could probably crush an entire army with one hand. At first, it feels like Beauty and the Beast, but rated Anime Edition. Yet, the story dives deeper into how two totally different people can connect. The OP part? The barbarian isn't just physically unstoppable, he's got wisdom and patience, which honestly makes him even scarier to enemies. The romance feels both tender and badass because it's about finding common ground, even when swords and politics are flying around. It's dramatic, it's heartwarming, and it's surprisingly funny in places too. Taking the number 4 spot, Kanan-sama wa Akumade Choroi. Kanan-sama is the kind of demon lord who could destroy kingdoms with a sneeze. But then she falls for a totally average guy, and suddenly she's acting like a lovesick teenager. This anime thrives on flipping tropes upside down. Instead of a terrifying overlord, you get a ridiculously powerful girl who's basically simping hard. And honestly, it's hilarious. The comedy is gold, but the romance is where it really shines, because watching an OP demon try to act normal for love is peak entertainment. Every scene is like, oh, you could vaporize this guy, but instead you're blushing because he complimented your cooking? Relatable queen. At number 3, Mato Seihei No Slave second season. You want action? You want fan service? You want romance that sneaks up on you mid-battle? Mato Seihei no Slave delivers. The premise throws us into a world where women wield crazy powers, and our boy Yuki becomes the slave of Kyoka, the insanely strong squad captain. Now, before you roll your eyes at the word slave, trust me, Yuki's bond with Kyoka is way more respectful and romantic than the title suggests. The OP elements come from the squad's insane abilities, but also Yuki himself growing into a powerhouse. Season 2 cranks everything up. The fights, the tension, and yes, the subtle romantic beats that make you scream at the screen, just kiss already. Taking the runner-up spot at number 2, ReZero Kara Hajime Isekai Seikatsu 4th season. ReZero doesn't just give us an OP main character. It tortures him, resurrects him, and still makes us root for him. Subaru may not start OP in the flashy sense, but his return by death ability is one of the most overpowered narrative tools in anime. By season 4, he's not just enduring suffering, he's mastering strategies, alliances, and emotional growth. And let's not forget the romance. Emilia and Subaru's relationship keeps developing in a way that feels raw and earned, not rushed. Plus, watching Subaru verbally roast enemies while planning 10 steps ahead? Peak satisfaction. ReZero's mix of fantasy, heartbreak, and love is why it stays god tier. And finally, number 1. Easygoing territory defense by the optimistic lord. Okay, picture this. A laid-back guy who just wants to manage his land, but somehow becomes one of the most overpowered lords around. That's Van, the protagonist here. He's not swinging swords or casting world-ending spells every 5 minutes. His OP skill is his brain. Strategy, leadership, and ridiculous luck turn him into the ultimate chill genius. The romance? It sneaks up naturally, showing how love can grow even while managing armies and politics. This anime nails the balance of fantasy world-building with a protagonist who doesn't try to be edgy or tragic. Van proves you don't need to scream, "I am power" to dominate. Sometimes, optimism is the ultimate flex. And there you have it. 10 romance fantasy anime where the main characters aren't just powerful in battle, but also in love. Which one had you hooked the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you vibed with the list, and don't forget to subscribe for more anime deep dives every week.